And some nature corn. Okay. Good. Don't blink as you're buying. Because you want to having a wonderful day on this 7th September 2025. As you can see, it's cold enough to wear a hoodie. So either I'm getting old and frail or it's really cold. Putting to shame all of my Canadian heritage. I am no longer allowed to say, ooh, defense absolute level 8. Hell yeah. I am no longer allowed to say sorry, the tower. I'm no longer allowed to say a boot and to drink Timmy. Hopefully, I'm able to at least eat some delicious donuts from Timmy. Please. Today's 10th of September, we are coming out with some. Coming out, clip that. We are coming out with some. Not some ground rule, but a little bit of a change. Since we started a new playthrough of the tower. The 3 other playthroughs are honestly pretty freaking good. You get along with those pretty freaking well. But with that being said, it brings us to another point. Another point is sadly, holy shit! I still have an hour. I thought it was way less than that. Okay. And for some reason, I thought it was 750. I might be doing TikTok live on Wednesday and on Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna do on Tuesday because today we're gonna have. Well, this could be a really good plan to be honest. Because I'm gonna start recapping a show called Maison Double. Maison Double is a reality TV show, and it's happening every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. There's a tournament on Tuesdays. I could do 2 stone, 1 head. The rest I can't. The rest I can't. I would love to try, but I can't. So we still have. Oh, you're too broke, little Inky. You're too broke. I get aggressive when I talk about being broke. What else? Nothing else, to be honest. Just I want to do TikTok live, but priorities. I could possibly do some in the morning, but with the new job starting out soon, I don't know if I'm gonna be able or available. So it's kind of like a mismatch. But we're still gonna be planning to do most days TikTok live, and yeah, kind of priorities. Sadly, but hey, I'd rather be an open book with you guys because at the end, it's you guys that are watching the content, it's you guys that are liking the content, hopefully. So I want to come on here and be honest. So with that being said, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. So we have enough for last week. Don't blink as you're blink. Welcome to our show. Because we are also having a wonderful day on this 6th of September 2025. Today we're doing a Tower Talk. I will be doing a Tower Talk later on, a big one. This for now, it's a small one. It's going into the first tournament of Resistance Reborn. So, how are we thinking? Well, the first time we did it for the first Reborn, we did the first Resistance, we did how much? We did top 9. So, if I get a top 9, this would be kind of good. I'm gonna aim to go as far as possible. I would love to get to silver in my first playthrough because it will get me, first of all, access to more diamond and power stone. Since this is a free to play playthrough, these are important, and tournaments are the easiest way to get them. Lo and behold, they're not that hard to get, but not that easy to get also. With that being said, we'll start. It's hard for me because I think I'm a bit stronger than I was on the previous one. However, it's not true because the previous one I had everything unlocked. I have interest. I had free upgrades. I had shockwave. I had orbs. You know, so it's hard. It's a bit hard to do, but we'll try our best. And if our best is enough, it's enough. If it's not enough, it's not enough. What am I supposed to tell you? Also, great news. We picked up another card, which is a coin. So I have one more diamond to get. We're at 99. One more diamond to get, and we are reaching another card. I'm going to do coin because it's the best. Right now we're rolling with Alfred Jan, tower defense, and coin. I have attack speed, however, so far we're not running attack. We're not running attack yet. I also want to precise a couple of things. You guys know that this is the second time. Oh, let's go. Perfect. So we have this the third card. Unlocking the third card. Hell yeah. Fourth, the third, which is gonna be coin. You give me how much? Plus 1.15. That's pretty freaking good. We'll do 20 damage. There you go. So right now what we're doing is we're trying to get some coin because I don't have enough for labs. Speaking of, I didn't even start lab coin discount. Didn't think about it. But I'm gonna do it when I sleep tonight. So hopefully tonight we can do 8 hours of just upgrades. I know that I'm gonna try to do the game speed because technically speaking the game speed is gonna be 8 hours 55. So that's not that much. 8 hours 55 is not that much. I got Alfred Jen. Honestly, not my favorite. However, the tournament starts in an hour, so that could be cool. I could be waiting until Alfred Jen comes in and just come to this. But I have enough time to do a tier 1. Our game speed is at 2.5. Lastly, I think it's important to restart. Listen, I told you guys that in the first Resistance, this is for Resistance Reborn, is the same thing. But since I'm uploading a bunch of videos for Tower Resistance, a bunch of shorts, I want to add it up. So for Ultimate Weapon, because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. As we're getting our first Power Stone, because we're getting our first Power Stone, we're gonna get our first Ultimate Weapon. Top of the list, Golden Tower. Golden Tower is the greatest, and I had it with Resistance, and how much it helped is actually insane. The second on this is Deathwave. Deathwave used to be okay, used to be good, but they nerfed it. They did the opposite of nerfing. They increased it, so now it's attack defense, which is health, attack by destroying things on a get-go, and coin, because you get more coin when you kill enemies with the Death Wave, which is great, first of all. Second of all, by the Death Wave, also it would be cool because this will be giving us a reason to increase the attack. Our attack right now is not increased. Next on the list, I would love to have Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning, why? Because we're gonna be spending the next week and a half. The goal right now, because today is Saturday, I don't have a tournament until next week. Next week, yeah, next week on Tuesday, possibly Wednesday. So the problem with that is, how can I put this? The problem with that is, shit. I don't have really a reason to go with tier 2. As simple as this. So tier 2, I can just focus on defense and this. Chain Lightning will take care of small. It's more so for mob, more so for groups. And I feel like Chain Lightning is the best option because a lot of those guys are gonna be small. It's gonna be nice. Death Wave is better, but at the same time, Death Wave isn't that great when it starts because it doesn't increase your health. It doesn't increase anything, you know. For example, right now, Chain Lightning, okay, Death Wave increase the max health. See, times I can get up to 8.75, but this is not the best. This is the best. I can get Poison Swamp, why are you done? 1075 here of max health. This is great. Coin, which I'm going to be using, and defense. So this could be cool. And yeah. So again, Golden Tower, Death Wave, Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is very closely succeeded by Black Hole. I think Black Hole is a better option too because Black Hole is well. For now, it's crazy because Resistance right now is at the same ID as our shield. We're only upgrading coin and shield. I didn't put much points. We put point yesterday because I was like, dude, I'm getting stuck at tier 20. I didn't buy the Torn. I didn't think Torn was gonna be good, but it was great. So yeah. So right now it's more like shield, and Black Hole is just great because again you don't need to increase your attack, and it'll just take care of stuff. However, Black Hole is expensive. A Black Hole to get to a good level, to get your second Black Hole is 31B. So that's possibly in a month. I don't know. Black Hole would be a good option too. We'll see what we get. Why am I saying 4 and not in order? Well, because technically speaking, we have 9, 3 choices per game. So out of the 9, I have a third of a chance of having a good weapon in it. And yeah, so we're just gonna choose. Golden Tower, Black Hole, Death Wave. Death Wave first. Well, that's the thing. Death Wave could be great, but Black Hole does the same thing, which is increase your health and increase your coin, but you don't need to increase attack. We'll increase attack, don't worry, because again, Resistance is supposed to be okay. I'm repeating myself, but in a perfect world, Shield and Sword are antagonists because you got a lot of defense, a lot of offense, right? So technically speaking, they're complete opposite, right? However, it's the other way around because I'm getting emotional because this is my favorite game, you know, and we're talking about favorite game, but talking about like 4th playthrough restarting, and I don't think I'm gonna have a 5th playthrough. I could have a 5th playthrough. There's just no idea behind it. You know, there's just no idea behind it. There's just no ID, no possible ID. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a Pacifius run. I'll get stuck at tier 20, you know, at wave 20. There's no hope. Pacifius run would be cool though. Would be really cool. Would be funny. But I just don't think it's possible. So yeah, so Sword and Shield are complete opposite. Resistance and Crown are the same thing. Resistance, there's no money in it. Coin, Crown, there's money in it. Now, if there's somebody later on that do the creative code with my code, now possibly we will have some buyouts, but I doubt it. I am doubtful about it. So anyway, love you guys, take it easy. Peace. Lost in time, trying to save the world. Aha, I think I know the problem. I think I know what the problem is, my dear friend. My fair little friends. I look around and all I seem to see, people go nowhere, expecting sympathy. Life is what happened while you're busy making your excuses. Another day, another casualty. But I won't happen to me. 7 gigs off. Thank you, TikTok. For stealing space. I love ya. I won't go back when I say goodbye. Every wasted day been a wasted chance. I'm gonna live my life behind me. Blah. Tumbling is your way. Welcome to the Voltaire Show. Continue off having a wonderful day. On this 6th September 2025, we are back with some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, ladies and gentlemen. I was gonna say mesdames et messieurs, which is the French for ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? In French, we say gentlemen first, so that goes for something. And if you speak French, you say no, madame is ladies, rage baiting. So as you know, by taking there's a big possibility that if we're taking the computer, we're either watching porn or we're recapping our favorite show. And I think the word 99 comes to a possibility. I'm in a good mood today. Possibly the humongous Red Bull that I had. My sanctuary now, where fears and lies melts away. Music will die. I can't do long because we have to turn into about 40 minutes. So without further ado, Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. So I'm talking about how season 1, episode 6, Halloween. Talking about how Amy hates Halloween, which is quickly followed by Charles loving Halloween. It's a nice little contrast here, if I may so myself. Charles is, as he says, super into students, dude. I had the dudes because I want my boy Charles to be looking extra spicy, extra cool. As a cool kid. As this kid would say nowadays, I want Charles to be skibidi toilet. You guys know what I know. You guys know that I don't know what I'm talking about when I say skibidi toilet in that sense. Which leads us to the next scene. No correlation. It's a super cool opening where Charles asks people to guess his Stoom because his Stoom is every single year super complex. Let's just say like that. Charles has the habit of getting up to reference that nobody knows. What I love about this show is how the actor breaks. So the actor for Haney, Santiago, is breaking here, which I love. One of the person that I noticed that breaks a lot is Captain Holt. And I just find it so endearing because the guy's so serious, but his actor is rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, my friend. What is the name of the Captain Holt? Captain? Whoa, I wrote copy. Captain Holt. You gave me Captain America. Get out of here. Andre Broger. Rest in peace, Andre. Thank you for this wonderful role that you gave us. I felt bad not knowing Andre's name, but at the same time, for me, it's always going to be Captain Holt. Even up there, doesn't have a oil painting of himself, if you catch my drift. So there's a really cool scene where there's this lady, this guy is asked Hillary Clinton kissing another guy, and Jake is like, oh, I'll tell Bill. Which kind of made me laugh. There's a joke in not in this episode, but in the next one, which really made me laugh. I had, and I recorded it, of course. I had a laugh for, I think it's an embarrassing long time. You just say like that, right? So now we have the culprit. The whole evening is Jake Peralta and Santiago. What's kind of cool is the bet this year: 68 for Jake, 67 for Santiago, which is kind of cool because they're neck and neck. You could even say they're connected. Dude, I can't watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm becoming Boyles, and I'm loving it. Gobble gobble. Gobble gobble. So we have a arrest, which puts Jake in there, and again, it's a funny thing. So the arrest in itself, is it funny? No, it's not funny. It's a guy in a banana suit that gets stuck into a revolving door. Mhm. But it's a Halloween spiced. Uh, it's a arrest spiced Halloween. So we like it. We like it. When it's what's a Halloween special, and we get a Christmas special where people are arresting Santa Claus. So kind of super cool. He's talking about the thief, and Cole's like, you don't think it's super hard to be a thief. So Jackie said, I could take anything in your office and steal it. What is the most precious possession? And he's like, my Medal of Honor, which is again, Andre Boher, thank you for service. How do I feel about somebody saying that they have a Medal of Honor for a role, but it's not a true Medal of Honor? Do I think it takes away from the people that have a real Medal of Honor? Mm. I don't know. A food for thought, right? So we have Jake going to Gina right away. Now this is a sad thing because later on they established that Jake. No, actually, well, this is a sad thing, but it's a great thing. They established later on that Jake and Gina were friends. No, they were like in high school. They were super close, and this is cool because Jake, being the main character, has all of these insight with other people in the show. For example, with Rosa, they went to the academy together. With Gina, they used to go to high school together, and I would have liked to see like Jake and Gina have this friendship since the get go, you know. And it's not really specified. It's intended because Gina knows Jake handwriting, and that's pretty much it. She knows also the story behind Jake's car. But knowing Jake is probably something that he said himself. So you got Charles who's trying to get Amy into. Charlie is trying to get Amy into. My apologies, into Halloween because she is a bummer. I also would like a story that says, hey, why is Amy so against Halloween? We got Jake in his ceiling, which pushes Oat to put the metal in his safe where Jake doesn't know the number. Fun fact, in the safe there's also a sandwich. So what's the story behind that? Today I was uploading videos and I was watching, hey, too much tuna. So it made me think about that. They get egged pretty badly, so not a fun night for Amy. But this is what I love about Charles. Charles doesn't let it establish his love for Halloween, which is a very Charles to do things to do. Charles might be a lame-o, but he is kablamo, loving everything, very enthusiastic. If somebody was to call me Charles Boyle, I would be a happy camper. I would do some camping outdoor, but happy camper. This guy, Big Bang Theory, hello. Just saying. They have this, they have this, whatchamacallit, this suspect, and they're trying to identify the suspect, but it never beats the one where Jake asks people to sing I Want That Way by Backstreet Boys. This is epicness. This is possibly my favorite scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine as a series, and it's going down in the history as possibly the most popular moments of the show. What do we call it? Rosa was kicked out of ballerina school. This is kind of cool because this is the first ounce of Rosa being a queen, I guess. I'm gonna say something else, like a ballerina or a dancer. But I'm afraid if I call Rosa a dancer, she'll come in and she'll fuck me up. You know? So I'm gonna call her a queen. We have Jake discussing himself as a dancer, and this is a cool thing. Jake constantly F's ups when he's doing King, but then you have a what should I call it? It's such a good episode. Geese McGeese. We have Jake at the end explaining his master plan, and it's kind of a cool master plan. Why is that a cool scene? Because the heist is becoming one of the most popular episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and there's a tradition. There's 9 seasons, there's 8 seasons, and there's 8 heists. So, me gusto mucho. Why did I say that? Because he has a beautiful mustache. Why not? They talk about chess and how his father his uncle helped him learn chess by shooting at chess pieces. Funny joke, but not as funny as the one I'm going to tell you. We have, again, Charles chilling with Amy, which pushes Amy to change It costs a Stoom. I'm gonna call it Stoom from now on, and you're not gonna stop me. You're not gonna stop me until my mother herself calls me and say, "Ink, please don't call them Stoom." I will not be stopped. Now, if you know my mom, you can call her and say, "Hey, please get him to stop." But you don't know my mom. Fact. Jake is trying to get some pigeon in the air vent, which is pretty uninteresting, but leads somewhere. Charles is destroyed because Amy decided to pay Sully to take her place with Charles. And he's like, "Yo, how could you do that? We're partners. You hate me that much?" And then Amy's like, "I don't hate you, but I just don't like Howard." So pretty good excuse, Santiago. But you broke my boy heart, so that's not cool. We got Gina's, who tells Jake not to stop. There's still some hope, which kind of sucks. You know why? Because Jake had a master plan, and his master plan was doing super well on itself, except when you learn the true behavior behind Gina. To listen to Jake complain about not being able to trick Holt, but having a Holt on the phone. So Jake was pretending not to be successful. That way, Holt was thinking, overcompensating for the unsuccess of Jake. You know, part of the genius plan. Makes sense? Yeah, when you watch the episode. We have a pretty cool place where there's a bunch of bunny suits juggling with keychains, all to guess the exact price, which is kind of cool. Terry finds the teacher of Rosa, and we learn why she was expelled. She wasn't expelled; she got transferred because she was so good. But at second school, she got kicked out for beating up ballerinas. So only a glimpse of time before she became the evil wolf that we love. We know and love 50% batteries. We got Jake explaining his master plan and how everything went together, how the fire was just a diversion, the pigeon was just a diversion. He got the whole crew together. There's a pretty cool scene where Oates says how he got the team to work. And I'm going to make sure that you listen to this because it's amazing. That was pretty freaking funny. And Jake bribed them, but Jake is smart. You know why? Because he bribed them with what? He bribed them with doing their paperwork for the whole week. But guess who's doing the paperwork of Jake? Captain Holt. So this is pretty Machiavellic, and I love it. Machiavellic, you don't know Machiavelli. Ooh, 9-9, huh? Amy feels bad about doing my boy Charles dirty. So yeah, you know, she makes it up, and she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I got everybody to put some stew." Shout out to Gina in a cop outfit. White out. Are you seriously asking me to watch out to Gina? Are you joking with me, bro? Gina wears a cop outfit to a cop station. Hello. Iconic. Queen. Don't talk to me until you reestablish, realize your life. Bro. Why I shout out to Gina? Suck it off. Ulti admits that Jake is the best of the best. And it's a pretty sweet moment for him. Having Captain Dad tells him that he's pretty good. Episode number 7, 48 hours. Jake finds a old nemesis, which is really good because this old nemesis is presented in season 1, episode 11 with the Pontiac Bandit. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's a pretty good episode. So here we have this guy who keeps on getting away from him. Pretty cool scene where we have a kind of cool, nice intro of Jake knowing exactly the MO of said criminal, said crooks. The MO is the same, which leads Jake to believe that the guy is behind it, but doesn't lead to arrest him. The guy calling him Joe Peralta leads to an arrest. Pretty unstable there, Jakey. Noise, as Charles would say. So then, Holt is pissed off because they have him under arrest, which means that they have 48 hours, which means everybody's weekend is kind of over, which is kind of sad because Jake just did a really cool team for the team. he did a really cool thing for the team. Yeah. So yeah, not cool. Not cool. 48 hours, and this is why we call it 48 hours. Amy also had a date, which is kind of an excuse for her to not go on a date, to stay single, to possibly, I don't know, date Jake Peralta. Nah. Did they do that? I don't know. We have Captain Terry, who is afraid of home because his brother is kind of cool, kind of freaking cool. His brother is bigger. Terry is a huge guy, very muscly, very tall, imposing, but his brother is even more imposing. So imagine you feel tiny to Terry, but he feels tiny to this guy. So I thought it was funny. If you told me like a guy like Charles Boyles who comes and say, "Hey, my brother's intimidating," I'm like, "Yeah, no shit, bro. You're 5'4", and before you make fun of me for saying that, I'm also 5'4". So why stand aside, my friend, Charles Boyles? Okay, thank you. Oh, Alfred Jen, out to the hill, out to the hill. Did it really help? Not really, but hey, better than nothing. Better than nothing, Captain. So then we have 48 hours, which means we are looking for food. The looking for food is getting Gina to have pies, but then Rosa says her pie is better. We have established Charles as the connoisseur of the culinary art of pie, cream pie. Little sex joke for someone that gets it. I got 3-4 years old that laughed. You should be watching my video, guys. Come on. So Charles, pretty funny. You got a joke with Terry, who is working out when he sleeps, which is again the character of the guy who's in super shape. But it's funny because this episode is a lot about Terry working out when he sleeps, and then there's his brother that's struggling at him. So like, what the heck is going on? Jake is trying to get to the culprit. Feels bad. He said, "Can you bring everybody home? They're pissed off at me." Jake and Amy have a good moment. Jake is able to see that Amy had a date and he's able to make it up to her. So when he knows that Amy wasn't lying, what she does is he calls the friend, and he's like, "Yo, it's my bad. Go on a date with her. She likes you." Jake makes fun of Amy, and again, get a little smile. That's chemistry, baby. That's chemistry. I wonder if something happened in behind the scene with Mr. Andy Samberg and I don't know your name, Amy. I'm sorry. And what? Okay, so now people are gonna say, "Oh, you don't know Amy's name. You know Jake's name." I know Jake's name from freaking Lonely Island. Okay, so you can keep your judgment to yourself. Thank you. We got Amy, who is ruining people that are now mostly more and more asleep. Oat wants Terry to sleep because he just did a double, and Terry admit that he's insecure because his brother is so much bigger than him. You got the finale of the lawyer of the enemy of Jake, which is kind of cool because he said, "Yo, you made me come here from Poconos, so you're on him. I'm gonna go against you." Which is super cool. It's more so a case. This episode is a bit less good because it's more so a case of people and overdosing of people. We have Jake who makes fun of Amy, saying that this is gonna be her boyfriend. But it's kind of important because this guy is called Marcus. Remind yourself for later. Sully went to there. You went to the scene of the crime. Comment about the toffee place being closed. We got some evidence, which leads the finale. So then what happened is the guy was stuck here for 48 hours, which led Jake to know that his best friend was his ex-cellmate, could have done the crime, just had to do the MO, and since he had a alibi, you could split the thing together and no problem. Charles solved this problem by being a weakling and not agreeing. By sitting on the fence, he said, "No, you know what? You're both wrong. The best pie is there." And he brings a third pie. So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. In a couple seconds.
And to make up for what I did, I'll cover one shift each.
Jake says apologies, which is kind of cool. Super cool. The brother of Terry comes in, super big guy, makes Terry feel small by demeaning him, but the Holt has his back and says, "Hey, guess what? this is a mission that only you can do. And the guy's like, oh my god, Terry, you're kind of cool. Coolest thing is, Terry says that to sleep he needs well sounds. So Captain Holt gives him some, oh look at this, little army. Give him some whale sounds. Now I'm gonna end the episode here because it's 7% batteries, but don't worry, you get the battery pack. We are still good, ladies and gentlemen. We are still good. Miley smile over rainbow. Miley smile over rainbow. Miley smile over rainbow. Miley smile over rainbow. Miley smile. Everywhere I go, people think they know me. It's all part of the game. The game. The game. The game. You know that I've been doing my thing, I've been doing my way back. You know that everywhere I go, people think they know me. So part of the game, the game, the game, the game. Everywhere I go, and on the boat. So part of the game, the game, the game, the game. There's such a beautiful sunset.